So today I just wanted to give an update on my life, really, a little bit about myself. I'm currently a third year student studying bioengineering, and where I am with life right now, I'm doing okay. So currently I am a full-time student working two part-time jobs, one of them being a bookkeeper in downtown Berkeley for a children's museum. And I work that job Mondays and Wednesdays for a little bit over minimum wage, and my second job is in a lab as an intern in San Francisco, which I commute to Tuesdays and Thursdays after class, and that pays a little higher than my job at the museum. So my current goal as of this week is to find myself a third part-time job over the weekends. I feel like with the time that I have on my hands, I'd be able to make a little bit more money if I could find myself a position for the weekends. A lot of people may argue that for the amount of time that I spend working these jobs, I may not be able to focus on my grades or my schoolwork. However, I feel like when it comes to life in college, you have four categories of which you can prioritize two, and those categories are sleep, grades, social life, or money. And as of where I am right now, I've clearly chosen, or not so clearly, but my priorities as of now is my physical health as well as my mental and emotional well-being, and that's why I have chosen to prioritize sleep and money. And not in the sense that you would think, being that, oh, I choose money because I'm greedy or just want, well, of course I do want a little extra cash in my pocket, but the reason that I prioritize that is simply because I don't really like asking my parents for money or asking anyone for money, really. I like to work for my own money. And even though I am still living at home and I commute to school and to work every single day, but I'm able to cover for those expenses with one of my jobs being the job at the museum. And with my second job, that puts me at a net positive, at least bi-weekly or whenever I'm paid. So that allows me to at least save up a little bit of something for myself after I graduate, at least. And for the most part, I'm sitting on most of my school loans money, so then when I graduate, I could simply just take that money and repay it back to school. I'm not sure how it all calculates exactly, but for a good amount of the funds that they've allocated, that my college has allocated to me in my financial package, I should be able to repay a good amount immediately, especially since I'm able to save some money monthly whenever I'm paid, and now that I'm no longer at a net negative and losing money each month due to my day-to-day expenses, including my greatest expense is my commute, really. So I'm able to cover for that. Now, for my third job, for many would worry that it could be overbearing that I've taken on so many part-time jobs while being a full-time student. However, I feel that because of my priorities, it's more practical to me to save up for when I graduate rather than sitting on my expenses or letting it accumulate. Even though I do have loans, there's no interest being currently charged on it. So I'd very much like to pay off the majority of the loans by the time I graduate by taking on all of these part-time jobs. I don't usually go out and spend a lot of money. I'm quite frugal, and I don't even go out to eat that much. I always eat whatever's at home. which is obviously a big advantage that I have and I don't take for granted. It's amazing that I don't have to worry too much about buying food or worrying if I'm going to be eating that day or in any given day. So yeah, so for this weekend I'll be planning to apply to any local jobs around my area for potentially a weekend position, which will allow me to work in my free time. I'm definitely looking forward to it because it's something new. Usually whenever I take on something new, it usually falls into routine and becomes quite monotonous after a few months. So then doing a weekend job will change things up a little bit for me, and that's why I'm really looking forward to this opportunity this weekend. So yeah, I'll be mainly sending out applications. I'll make another video after this one to update on how that went and how the applications go. As soon as I find the time, once I'm done with all of my assignments and work, I should have that video up as well.